Recently, my branding expert asked me the question, why do you do what you do? What's your story? And I wanted to share that with you. I want to share with you who I am and what my story is and why I do high performance life coaching. When I was really young, as early as elementary school, I had no confidence. I got bullied. I was bad at sports. I was the last picked in elementary school rec. And I struggled to read. I struggled in all areas of my life, socially, athletically, and in school. In my entire life, I had really no confidence. I ran away from feelings of fear, inadequacy, and feelings of lack. As I grew up, I was able to get better at sports through consistent effort. I was able to learn to read and get really good at school. And I was able to build a persona that was accepted socially. But through that journey, I built a persona that wasn't 100% me. I was attracting a lot of amazing people into my life that truly were not in alignment with my values. And the second, I graduated college because I believe everything up until up until graduation is a fantasy land. And the second I went into the real world, all those emotions of inadequacy, fear, insecurities were thrown in my face when I started working for Amazon. I started working for Amazon 6 months into my journey to learn how to be an operations leader, even though I was really an operations manager at that point. I was on the verge of being put on what we call a PIP, Performance Improvement Plan, where at Amazon, that's a really serious thing. It's a development plan that holds you accountable towards improving. And if you don't improve, you may be able to lose your job because your performance is not up to standard. And a lot of companies have this, but I knew I was approaching that time frame where if I didn't turn it around, I would lose my job. I would be less than a year out of college, fired from my first job, feeling completely insecure, no confidence, and jobless. Holy shit. 6 months out of college, I was facing this shit, and I didn't know what to do. From that experience of fear, I was crippled with fear of lacking happiness. I had no happiness going to work knowing I was going to fail, report to a boss that I didn't like, and just experience complete inadequacy in my head and lacking of alignment, not living out the things that I valued: connection, service, performance. I was in a place where I thought this was the end of my story. From that point, I went down a path where I actually started to pursue self-mastery. And between that point and 2 years after that point, I had invested up to $15,000 in my own development through online courses, trainings, development tools to figure out how to get my life together. From that point, I started to uncover who I truly was. I'm a person who connects with others. I'm a fire starter. I bring an amount of energy to every experience, and I conduct this wave of energy and positivity that has a downstream impact on everyone that I interact with. I'm a fire starter. I also learned how to perform. I learned how to prioritize my time. I learned how to goal set. I learned how to say no. I didn't have confidence before to say no. So anything that got put on my plate, I said yes to. All requests coming my way, I said yes. And for those of you who are successful, you freaking know you can't say yes to everything if you're gonna be successful. I learned how to be in alignment with who I was. I learned how to perform, and I learned how to develop others. I learned how to ask empowering questions to other people and ask questions to myself to reflect on what was holding me back, what was serving me, and what was holding other people back, and what was serving them. And through these processes, I learned that I'm a person who is of service to other people and helps other people connect to their best self, their best values. I'm a person that helps people uncover what's blocking them and see that light in their self that is truly the abundant version of them that's worth pursuing. I'm a person that can help people align with their goals, priorities, and teach people how to do this process. And ultimately, I'm a person of value. I didn't feel that way my whole life until I learned what value really meant. That's who I am. That's what I do. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to hearing what connected about this story and how it's relevant to your own story. We're all on our journey. We are all on a journey to a destination that you can either choose consciously or you can end up at random. I want to help you choose your destination purposely. I want to help you choose where your life goes, because that's what I do. What do you do? Thanks.